Hi and welcome to Shopware 6. You have chosen Shopware, so congratulations. We are happy to welcome you as part of the community. There is an incredible amount to discover here, and besides your own shop, there are also many Shopware topics that we would like to introduce to you. In this video, I want to show you how you can set up your own shop in only 1 hour. So let's get started. We will start off with the first run wizard, which appears after you have installed Shopware. So the first run wizard is launched automatically as soon as the installer logs you into the admin interface for the first time after the successful installation. The wizard will help you to set up your shop step by step. Note that you can also access the first run wizard at any time after setup. So to do this, navigate to Settings, System, First Run Wizard. The first step the wizard offers you is the installation of the language pack. So if you want to install multiple languages in your shop, you can just click on the button Install. If not, just click on Next. Now we are at the beginning of the setup for Shopware 6. In the next step, you have the opportunity to add some demo data, such as first products, categories, and manufacturers. Alternatively, you have the option to install the migration wizard. In our example here, we don't need the migration assistant, and we don't need the demo data because we want to add our own data later. So just click on Next in this step. And then we get to the default values. You can later create several sales channels in your shop admin. All sales channels that you set up as default on this page are automatically linked to newly created products. So in our case, this would be the default sales channel, which I have selected in the drop-down menu here. If you have several sales channels, you can open the visibility settings via this link. These 3 settings are possible. We've got visible. So with this selection, the product is always visible to customers in the shop. We've got hide in listing. So your customer will not see the product in your shop, but if they have placed the specific product in the shopping cart in one of your other sales channels, it will remain and can be purchased. At last, we've got hide in listing and search. So this means the product is neither visible in the storefront, nor can it be found via the search. If you are happy with your settings, just click on Apply or just exit this window. Then click on Next. Here we've got the configuration for our mailer. So at this point, you have the possibility to configure the mailer settings for receiving and sending emails. If you want to configure the mailer settings at a later time, just click on Configure Later. A more detailed explanation about the settings or setting up the mailer can be found in our documentation, so read carefully if you need more information about these settings. At this point, we've got the PayPal setup. So in the third step of the first run wizard, you can enter your PayPal API access data, which will then be saved in the plugin. If you don't want to do that now, you can also click on Skip. Here we've got our extensions or our recommendations for the extensions. So here you have the possibility to install a selection of useful plugins for your shop. So to do this, first select the region that is relevant for you, and afterwards you can browse through different categories. In the tools categories, for example, you find our migration assistant to make the transition from Shopware 5 or another shop to Shopware 6 easier. Click on Next when you have installed all the plugins you are interested in to get the first or final step of the setup. In the second to last step, you can log into your Shopware account. So this will give you access to your purchased plugins and licenses. You can also use it to access other Shopware platforms such as the community store or the forum. If you don't have a Shopware ID yet, you can register via a link which you find in our documentation. So just enter your email address and password and click on Login. After that, we come to the last step, and this is our Shopware store step, where you can activate the Shopware store. So just click on Activate and click on Finish to finish the first run wizard. So welcome to your Shopware 6 administration. As you can see, Shopware 6 is no longer divided into several windows, so we've got a clean overview of all our data and setting areas. To start, we've got the menu bar on the left side with the Shopware version you are using under the word Administration. The green dot means that the shop status is okay. You can look into this if you hover over the green dot. And then we've got our configuration area with all our necessary setting points, for example, our products, the categories. We've got the setting points for orders, customers, or our content, where you then can find the shopping experiences, media, and themes. We've got our marketing topic with the newsletter recipients and the promotions, our extensions, where you can also find the Shopware store, and most important, the settings. Below that, we've got the sales channel configuration. All your existing sales channels are listed in the sections under sales channels. You can add more sales channels by clicking on the plus button. More information about the sales channels can be found in our documentation or in our respective video for this topic. Down here, we've got our profile settings. So if you click on the arrow here, you can open your profile, where you can then, for example, change the interface language, your email address, or the time zone. You can add a profile image, and you can set a new password. You can also set the search preferences for the administration. So this is not the search preference which is used for the search in the storefront. If you want to log out of the administration, just click on Log Out when you open your profile settings. If you need to or want to, you can also collapse the menu, which slims down the view or maximizes the view for your settings or your work. So let's get back to the dashboard, where you can also find other helpful stuff. For example, if you want to get ready to sell your products, we've got 3 helpful links here. A link to our Shopper Help Center, a link how you can learn how to make your first sale, and a link where you can get to know your sales channels. If you have feedback for us, you can share this via this link. And below that, we've got our orders and turnover. So if you have enough orders, you can see or filter over this drop-down menu. If you want to, you can select last 30 days, last 14 days, and so on. And the same with the turnover here. So these are your personal statistics for turnover and orders. In the right corner up here, we've got the notification area where, all notifications will appear. And we've got the question mark where you can also find 2 helpful links. This is our direct link to the documentation. And if you need to report something or need help where you can, where you need to need our help from the support, you can just create a support request via this link. So now, before I show you how you can create a product, I will show you how you can create a category. Because in the category management, you administrate the category structure of your shop. And in Shopware 6, the categories are also used to organize the shop pages and the service menu. So this would be the first thing what you do to start your shop. So just navigate to catalogs and then categories. And then you can see an overview of all your categories and landing pages on the left side. So you find the category structure displayed as a fold-out menu on the left side. There you have the possibility to change the sorting by drag and drop. So just drag a category and drop it wherever you like. This is possible on every category level, and you can also move categories into another category as a subcategory. As mentioned at the beginning, the categories are also used for the footer navigation and the service menu, so as your shop pages. For a clear administration, it can be useful to work with 2 or 3 category trees, which I will show you in a few moments. To create a new category, open the context menu of an existing category and select one of the menu items. New create category before, new category after, or new subcategory. Afterwards, a mask will be displayed in the menu at the appropriate place in which you enter the menu or the name of the new category and confirm with the check mark. So we've got our standard category home. This is our start. And in our example, I will just create a new subcategory for this, and I will call it test. So after you have selected a name, just click on the check mark. We'll leave it with 1, so I can just show you how to edit this. Either you can click on the name or again over the context menu and then edit. Here you've got all your settings for the category then. Let's start with the general settings. So first of all, we've got the space for the name. The name of the category that's given when creating the category. You can find this here then. Although it can still be changed here at this point, always later. Category active or not active. So here you've got the checkbox to activate the category or switch it to inactive. In our case, I will obviously activate it. Then we've got the drag or drop down menu for tags. So you can store keywords, and these can be used in other program areas, for example, products or customers. Then we've got the category type. Standard is the page list type, but you can also change it to structuring element, entry point, or link. If you need more information about these 3 types, just go into our documentation. We've got a good listing, information listing about these 3 types there. So we'll leave it with page list. Down here we've got the navigation. So here we select our entry point. So in our case, this will be the main navigation, but if we would or if we need to, you can set this category as the footer navigation or the footer service navigation. But we just want to create a normal main navigation category. After that, you can select the sales channels. If you have more, so just select more then, but in our case we've only got this one, so I'll select the one sales channel I've got. Then we've got the menu settings, so I can toggle if I want to hide this category in the navigation. I can also add a display image or a description for the category. At this point, I will just click on Save before I change the tab. Let's go to Products. At this point, you can assign products to the category by using the product assignment. We've got two types here. We've got the manual selection or the dynamic product group selection. Type 1, manual selection. This means that you can fill in the product assignment manually, obviously. So you just select your products using this drop-down menu then. Type 2 is the dynamic product group selection or assignment. So if you have selected this type of assignment, the products will be selected automatically using the dynamic product groups. If you need more information about dynamic product groups, also go to our documentation or watch our video for or about dynamic product groups. For our example video, I leave the assignment set to manual and do not select anything yet. This would not work either as we have not yet created any products. As soon as we have done this, we can also make the assignment to a category from the product. So let's move on to the next tab, Layout. Here you define the appearance of the category. To do this, you assign a layout created in the shopping experiences under Assign Layout. You can also use the Create or Edit in Designer button to go to the designer of the shopping experiences directly. For information on how to use the editor in the shopping experiences, just have a look at the documentation article Shopping Experiences. By default, the default listing layout is selected here, which means that the category or the categories have at least one layout in the storefront right from the start. You can leave this as it is, or as already mentioned, change it. Down here, you've got the layout sections from the layout listing layout. From the default listing layout, you've got the section category info, filter, and category listing, where you can do all your settings for the shopping experiences as well. So you don't have to enter the shopping experience designer. But since all these extra settings would go beyond the scope of this video, I leave the settings as standard just to be able to show everything once. In the SEO section, you enter the metadata for this category that is important for search engines. In addition to an SEO title and an SEO description, you can enter additional keywords that will be taken into account in search engine searches. Under the heading SEO URLs, you can define an SEO URL for the category for each sales channel. By default, this is based on the SEO settings you have made under Settings. At this point, let me give you a quick overview of the storefront. Here you can see the shop name. This is this up here. And you can see the category navigation. So in the navigation bar, you can find all your created categories. Next to the home category, which always takes you back to the home page or storefront page, we have the category we have just created. This is test. So if I click on test, obviously no products are found at the moment. But to give you a better overview of a category tree, I'll quickly show you how to create a subcategory as well. So let's get back to the administration. To create a subcategory, just click on the context menu again and then select New Subcategory. Subcategory just means, like the word says, this is a category under the category you have selected. And as you can see, the position of the category is changed as it is a subcategory. So yeah, let's give the category a name again, click on the checkbox, and yeah, go into the general settings of this subcategory, activate it again, and then save. This is how you can create a subcategory, and let's get back into the storefront where I can then show you the position of this subcategory. Back in the storefront, we've still got our two categories here, or main categories, the home category or the storefront, and our test category. But now if you hover over the test category, you can see our just created subcategory. So if you have more than just one subcategory, these would all be listed in the in this menu bar here. Below the category area, you can find the landing page area. Landing pages are pages that do not appear in the shop's navigation. They can be reached externally under the URL of the sales channel plus the individual URL of the landing page. So below the category overview, you will find the overview of the landing pages with this drop-down menu here. Unlike the categories, the order of the landing pages is not important here. You can remove, duplicate, or edit the corresponding landing page via the context menu, which appears if you create a landing page. So if you click Add Landing Page, you start with the general settings again. You can type in a name and activate the landing page here. Then you select the sales channel. Select the sales channel here in which the landing page is to be embedded. The landing page is only accessible in combination with the URL of the selected sales channel. Tags. If you want to, you can also assign tags to the sales channel to make it easier to find in the admin, for example. Below that, we've got the SEO section. Here you enter search engine relevant metadata for this landing page, just as usual with the SEO settings. In addition to an SEO title and an SEO description, you can edit or enter additional keywords that are taken into account in search engine searches. At the bottom, we've got the SEO URL. The SEO URL is a mandatory field. This is the URL under which the landing page can be called up directly. If you enter the value start here, for example, the URL of the landing page is www.mysalechannel.co.uk/start. So this depends on the sales channel. But please note, if you please enter only the name of the landing page, like in our example, start. So the URL will be generated automatically. So you just type in the name. After you have clicked on save up here, you can now see the created landing page in the listing. And this is the context menu I've just mentioned, where you can edit, duplicate, or delete the landing page. So let's create a product which we can then assign to the categories we have just created. To do this, go back to the dashboard into products. These can also be found under catalogs. Welcome to the products overview. Here you will get a list of your created products with the most important information. By clicking on the respective column header, you can change the sorting of the products. So for example, product number, just click on the header and then the sorting will change. If you click on the list setting button here, you can also add new columns. We've got a whole bunch of currencies which you could use for further columns, or the created at or updated at column. If you want to use a compact view, the compact view and the preview images are shown by default, but if you don't want to show them anymore, just deactivate this here. On the right hand side, we've got filters, which you can use to select respective products in your listing. So you can filter by active, stock, images, manufacturer, sales channels categories, sales, price, tags, product states, and release dates. If you select a filter, like for example the active filter, you will then get all the products which are active. If you close it, you can see that one filter is active at the moment. If you want to reset it, just click the reset button here. For the active filter, if you've got more filters activated, just click on reset all. This is a refresh button, so you can refresh the overview or the listing here by clicking on the refresh button. Up here you can use the search bar to search for products. You can select the language. You can add products or add digital products. For our example video, I will just add a normal product, so just click on add product for this. And again, we start with the general information of the product. At first, we enter a title for the product. So I'll do this here. Then we've got the possibility to select a manufacturer. So if you have more than one manufacturers, obviously they would be listed in the drop-down menu here. But this is not a mandatory field, so you don't have to select the manufacturer. This is the product number. Shopware gives the product a standard or a default product number. So this is the 10,000, SW10,000. The next product we would add would be the SW10,001. So this is the standard. You can change the number range under settings afterwards, but in our case, I'll just leave the default value. Down here, you can add a description for the product, and you can highlight the product. If you highlight the product, the product will be marked with a brightly colored label and the word tip. Down here, we've got the section for the price. You can start by setting the tax rate, so you can select between standard rate, reduced rate, super reduced rate. The settings for the tax rates can be found under settings and then taxes. By default, the standard tax rate is set, so for our example, we'll just leave it as it is. Here you've got the fields for the price, so price, gross and net. As you can see, I've already entered 10 euros. I'll just empty it again. So here, if we enter the gross price, you can see that the net price is automatically calculated and set as well. The same goes for purchase price. If you want to, you can set the purchase prices here. At this point, this is obviously a mandatory field, and all these other prices can be set if you want to. As mentioned, you've got the purchase price, the list price, gross and net as well, and the cheapest price for the last 30 days in gross and net. If you don't know what these prices are, just hover over the question mark here and you'll get a pop-up menu or a pop-up window where you get all the necessary information. Currency depending prices can be found, or the settings for the currency depending prices can be found down here with the link. I'll show you afterwards, but let's go on to the next section where we enter our stock. So here you can indicate how often the product is currently in stock. In our example, I'll just enter 50. As soon as the order status of an order is set to complete, the stock is reduced at this point. available stock. The available stock indicates how much of a product is still available. This value results from the stock on hand minus the open orders. So when the customer completes the order, it is deducted from the available stock. But the stock, so this, remains. After changing the order status to complete, the order is deducted from stock. So here. On the other hand, if the order is cancelled, it is added back to the stock. Here we've got the clearance sale button. If a product is marked as clearance sale here, it cannot be sold beyond the available stock. Then we've got the delivery time. Here is a drop-down menu, so you can choose between 1 to 3 days, 2 to 5, 1 to 2 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks, or an instant download. So you can also add new delivery times via the settings. Restock time and days. If you know the restock time and days for your products, you can enter this here. This would be also displayed in the storefront then. Free shipping. If you want to declare your product as a free shipping product, you can just activate the checkbox here. Then we've got the minimum order quantity and the purchase steps. So minimum order quantity just says that products can't be placed in the shopping cart if the minimum order quantity is not reached. Purchase steps. Here you can specify the scale in which the items is to be offered. For example, a scale of 2 means that your customers can purchase 2, 4, 6, and so on products. And the max order quantity sets a minimum order quantity for a product as well. Then we've got the visibility and structure. We begin with the sales channel. So here we can add the sales channel or sales channels in which this product should be displayed. As you can remember from our first run wizard, we set our sales channel as the default sales channel for the products. So this sales channel is also automatically set to this product, and we don't need to select this anymore. Here we can set the visibility for selected sales channels. So we've got the selected sales channel here, and as you already know, we can set it to visible, hide in listing, or hide in listing and search, but we'll leave it with visible. We have the checkbox for active for all selected sales channels. So this means that the product is active, and this is deactive. So we'll leave it with active so we can have a look at it later in the storefront. Down here we can set the categories, some tags and search keywords. So here is the point where we can assign this product to a respective category. And as you remember, we just added some categories. And for example, I'll just add our new product to the demo category. So if I want to, I can enter tags, which can be or make sure that I can find the product easier in the admin at some point, or some search keywords that finds this product easier. If you don't know what this means, just hover over the question mark again. Then we come to the media. Here we can open a media or upload a file from our administration, and this is the box for the media. So I'll just open a media because I've already uploaded an image. Just select it and click on add media. So now I can see this media has been added, and this is also the cover for this product when we look at the product in the storefront. Yeah, you can add more product medias, obviously, but I'll leave it with one now. Yeah, and last but not least, we've got the labeling. So down here, you can enter a release date, the GTIN or EAN number, and the manufacturer product number if you want to. With the release date, you can use the date to define when a product can be purchased in the shop. If the time you have set is not yet reached, the corresponding message will be displayed on the product detail page in form for the customer when the product can be purchased. But please note, this date only serves as an indication for the customer from when the product will be available. The product can still be purchased before that date. Next, we've got the GTIN or EAN number. If you have the numbers, you could just type them in here. And manufacturer product number, can be specified here. And it's not a number which is displayed to the customer in the shop then. If you are happy with your settings, don't forget to click on Save. After you have clicked on Save, you can now see that some more tabs appear. So we've got the Specifications tab, the Advanced Pricing, Variants, Layout, SEO, Cross-Selling, and Reviews. So let's go through these tabs. This is a Specification tab. Here you can add more detailed information about your product. So if you want to, you can add width, height, length, or some more information. Packaging unit plural, basic unit, and so on. Some points are marked with a question mark again, so if you don't or need some more information about these fields, just hover over the question mark. None of these fields are mandatory fields, so these are just informal information or detailed information which you can offer to the customer. Here we've got the section Properties. You can use the properties to assign filterable information to the product, such as size or color. This information can be used in the product listing to limit the selection and offer the customer a better overview. In the product or properties overview of the product, you can select the desired entries from the property groups created under catalog and then properties. So if you want to set a property group, for example, color, and then blue, yellow, red, you could just choose the properties here or assign the properties here. Then we've got the essential characteristics. This means that you can select a template you have previously created, which displays relevant characteristics of the products in the shopping cart and checkout. If you want to know or learn more about this topic, you can go to our documentation. There you find the information under configuration and then create physical or digital products. The next tab is advanced pricing. In this tab, you can define different prices based on the rule builder or the rule builder rules. And you can maintain the sales prices or price, the list price, and the cheapest price within the last 30 days in gross and net, as well as define scaled prices. Scaled prices can be represented here via an individual allocation of quantities and prices. Then the next tab is the variants tab. If you click on configure properties, you can create variants for this product. This is sometimes necessary if you want to, for example, sell a t-shirt in different colors or different sizes. So the properties serve as the basis for creating the variants. As you remember, properties were things and topics like color or size. Please note that these do not have to be the same properties as those assigned to the product for the filters. So these can differ in a different way. If you click on Configure Properties, in our case, you can see we've got no properties, but we can still click on Add Properties and start with, for example, the size. At this point, we can say Display in Product Filters or Display on Product Detail Page. These are set by default, but you can deactivate them, obviously. We've got the value display type. We can display the properties as an image, a text, a drop down, or a color. Then we've got the sorting, which you can set custom or alphanumeric, and the position. So click on Save here again, and then you can carry on with the property values. We've got the size, so a value could be the size S. Just click on Apply. Add another value. This could be the size M. And L. So after that, click on Save again. And go back to your product into the Variants tab. Now, as we have properties, we can now generate variants. Just click on this button here then, select the value and the respective sizes in this case. Then click on Next, and you can see this window appears where it asks you if you are happy with your settings, and this is information that 3 variants will be added. And if you want to, you can make all the variants to a digital variant, but we'll leave it as it is for the moment. We can select a image at this point as well, but we'll just leave it for this example. This is the overview of the variants when you have generated them. As you can see, the image was inherited because this inheritance button is still active. Don't forget to click on Save afterwards. So at this point, it's necessary that you enter the stock value for these variants. Otherwise, by default, they will stay at 0. So just double click into this field here, enter the value, and click on the checkbox. If you want to generate more variants because, for example, this t-shirt sizes, or there are more t-shirt sizes in stock, or other reasons, you can just click on Generate Variants here again. You can change or edit the storefront presentation. These are all the settings you need if you want to say that, for example, the size S or M should be the size which is displayed at first glance in the storefront. So just click on storefront presentation here, and then you can click yourself through these points. We've got the display sequence. As you can see, our sizes here, the assigned media. So here you could also add new media files again. And then we've got the product listing. By default, it's the display single product, so the main variant, but we could also choose main or a main variant for the storefront presentation. So t-shirt size L would be the t-shirt which would be displayed in the listing or the product detail page. We'll keep it with main product and click on save then. Click on save here again and go to the layout tab. In the layout tab, you can assign a product page from the shopping experiences to the product. This gives you the opportunity to design the structure of the product page yourself. By default, the default product page layout is assigned, but you can, as you know, just click on change layout to select another layout, or click on edit in designer, where this takes you directly to the shopping experience designer. I'll leave the layout as it is and go to the SEO settings. These are settings you already know, so if you want to edit a meta title for the SEO or for this product, just enter the title here. Here is some space for the descriptions or some keywords. And then we've got the possibility to set use single canonical URL for all variants. So this option is only visible if the product has variants. If this is the case, you can specify that all variants use the same canonical URL. Once you enable this option, you can select which variant should be used for the URL under variant for canonical URL. So this drop-down menu opens up for your settings then. Down here, we've got the SEO URL settings. So in the settings or section, you can define a separate canonical URL for each sales channel. To do this, you first select the sales channel. This is this drop down here. Afterwards, the SEO path field will show the SEO path valid for the product, which is generated according to the SEO settings. So this would just look like this. I've selected my sales channel and the SEO path came up automatically as it is shown here. In the next tab, you can select or add a new cross-selling. So you can configure an article recommendation for your article using cross-selling, for example, to display matching accessories directly on the article detail page. If you want to find out how to do this, we've got our documentation for this. I'll just leave it as it is for my example here, but if you would add some cross-sellings, just click on add cross-selling and then enter all these fields. Last but not least, we've got the reviews tab, where you will get an overview of the reviews given for this product. So reviews are only displayed in the storefront if you have marked them as visible. You can edit them via the context menu, which you can call up by clicking on the 3-dot button. So that was creating a product. I've clicked on save and went to the product overview again. So you can see I've got one product in my list here. You can see the name and all the necessary information I need at first glance. So my available stock, the actual in-stock amount. The product is green, so this means it's in stock. It would be red if there would be a 0. I've got the price, so the gross price of the product. Here the sales would be listed. I can see this product is active, and if I had chosen a manufacturer, it would be listed here as well. So this was adding a product. In the general settings, I assigned this product to a category. So let's go to categories again and go to the category where you assigned the product. So if we now go to the products tab, I can see that my t-shirt appears in the product assignment list. So this worked fine. And yeah, let's go to the storefront to have a look at the product. So here we are in the storefront. I directly went to the demo subcategory where I can now find my product. You can see this is marked as tip because I highlighted the product. Here is my product name, the price, and because I made this product a variant product, I can't add this product directly to the cart because I need to select a size, obviously. So if I click on details or on the name, I go to the product detail page automatically, where I can now select a size, add more quantity of this product to the cart. Can see the description. If there were some reviews, I would see them here. Here is the price. Yeah, and if I'm happy with my selection, I can just click on Add to Shopping Cart. Back in the admin, let's start and make our shop look a bit more interesting. So I thought I'd show you how to create a shopping experiences. So just click on Content and then Shopping Experiences and create a new layout. So what are shopping experiences? With shopping experiences, you can create content pages such as shop pages, landing pages, listing pages, and product pages. The created layouts consist of sections in which individual blocks are added, which in turn consists of one or more elements such as text or image. We've got a whole tutorial for designing your store in our documentation, so I'll just keep it as a slimmed version of the explanation in our video here. And for our example, I'll just create a new listing page, so category page, in full width. I'll just give it a name again and then click on Create Layout. So a category page or a listing page automatically includes a product listing. So this is what you can see here. If you want to edit this product listing, for example, select custom sorting or disable the show product sorting setting. You can edit the filters and the content if you want to change the layout type to big image or minimal content. So this is a section with the section settings on the right. So if you click on this section, the section settings appear, where you can add all sorts of information or change the visibility. And to add a new section, just click on the plus button up here or down here. So in our case, I want to add a new section above my listing. If you want to add a block, just click on the plus button here or here, and then drag and drop, your desired text, image, video, text and image, commerce, sidebar, form, or HTML settings, block settings. For example, you could also choose between a 2 columns, boxed image and text. For example, let's just add one of these here. Select another image. And then, type in some more information or settings here. You can change the vertical align settings, so it could be displayed top, center, or bottom. Horizontal align, left, center, right. You can select the link type or the link to. So if you are done, just click on done. And then our listing page would look like this. Don't forget to click on save. and then go to the assignment. This is the assignment. Let's begin up here. We've got the settings of our shopping experiences. We've got the blocks where we can choose more blocks. We've got the block settings with the general layout and visibility. Here we've got the pillars or the navigator. So I can see that my layout section default, the text 3 column is at the top. I've got the product listing in the middle and the image text section at the bottom. This is my assignment. I can easily set the layout as default layout for all category or listing pages. If you want to do that, you can just click on set as default layout. If you want to assign the layout just to one category, click on assign layout. I'll choose this for our subcategory demo and click on apply. Click on save again. And now let's go to the storefront to have a look. So back in the storefront, I directly went to the subcategory demo. And as you can see, everything went fine. We've got our 3 text column at the top, our product in the middle, and our text and image block at the bottom. If you want to learn more about the Shopping Experience Designer, just go to our documentation or watch the video to this topic. So back in the admin, at this point, you know how to create a product, you know how to create a category, you know how to create a shopping experience. So a shop page, for example, our listing page from just a few minutes ago. If you now want to make your shop look more interesting, for example, change the whole color of your shop, you can do this with a theme. So a theme is just like a layout for the whole shop. To edit a already existing theme or create a new one, just go to content and then themes. I already created a duplicate of the Shopware default theme. So the Shopware default theme is set automatically as the theme of your shop when you create a new shop. But now in our example, we want to use our own theme. So that's why I duplicated this theme. Every change you make, you should do it in a duplicate and not in the original. So in our example, this is a theme which is obviously a duplicate from the original Shopware default theme. So some points or nearly every point is marked with the inheritance. So we can remove the inheritance with this selection up here. And for our example, just change the color. So the primary color and the secondary color. You can play around as you like when it's your turn then. But just for our example, I'll show you how this looks. At this point, it's important for you to note that the Shop by Default theme, as I mentioned, is already set to our sales channel. So go to the sales channels setting and then go to theme. Here you can change the theme because if I would assign the theme over the themes tab to this sales channel, there would be an error message saying that the theme or the sales channel already has a theme. So always go to the sales channel settings for this and click on themes and then change theme. So here you can easily select your new theme, click on theme, change theme, and then on save. Let's go to the storefront. So as you can see, I changed the background color of my shop. Besides the color for the borders and the primary color, so the blue color here, You can change even more colors in the settings for the themes. If you want to, you can also change the text colors. Yeah, these black colors here of the texts and filters and so on. This is only an example. Just yeah, click through the themes if you like, and yeah, test everything so it's at some point comes out as you wish. Back in the admin, we quickly fly through the settings for the sales channels. So click on your sales channel and then we get to the respective settings. All general information about these settings and the corresponding sales channel can be found here. Values for payment methods, countries, languages, etc. are also filled in here by default, as you can see, for example, by the countries or the languages or the payment methods. Yeah, of course, you can customize all these settings. You can also find out how to create languages, payment methods, etc. in our documentation or in the corresponding videos. So these are the general settings. We also got the settings for our domain. This is our domain, which we yeah, set automatically when we create this sales channel. We've got the API access here and the status. As you can see, our sales channel is active. Or we could down here also delete the sales channel by clicking delete sales channel. Up here we've got the tabs products. We can see our created product is listed in the sales channel. We've got our theme. Our theme demo is selected for the assignment. So at this point we could also change it again or edit the theme. And last but not least, we've got the analytics. These are the Google Analytics information and settings. So in this tab, you can or have the possibility to connect a Google Analytics account by integrating a tracking code. This is this field here. This allows Google Analytics to run a continuous analysis and statistical evaluation of your store. You can get more detailed information about Google Analytics under the link you get in our documentation. This links you directly to Google Analytics. You have now reached the end of this video. At this point, you can be happy because you have already learned a lot about Shopware. The basic requirements for your shop are now in place. Now you can get down to the details.